Hi ladies and gentlemen, this is Michael for Spirit Comics. Welcome. I wish I had some good news for you today, but I don't. I just found out about this moments ago, and I can tell you this, if you can, I don't know if you can hear my breathing that well, but it's still, I guess, what you would call haggard, or maybe labored, or maybe catching. I don't have a regular breathing pattern right now, and it's because of what I just found out. As you know, Brian Michael Bendis left Marvel Comics and was hired on to DC Comics, and the deal breaker was for him to be hired that he wanted Superman. And well, I and others have been thinking, oh my gosh, what is this guy gonna do? Because he messed up Iceman. He used Teen Jean to brainwash with psychic powers Teen Iceman into thinking he was gay. He created that Riri Williams, which is not a wonderful character. I mean, she's okay, but given her own book, I think she could really shine if she had a good writer. But now that he is over at DC Comics, 3 super comic books have been canceled: Superwoman, Supergirl, and Super Sons. All that remains of the super titles are Action Comics, Superman, and New Superman in the Justice League of China. And thankfully, Bendis doesn't have his hands on that title because it's a pretty good title. It's not for everyone, but I enjoy it. Oh gosh. What I heard moments ago, it's literally scared me, and I don't scare easy. So I'm not going to go through all the previews, just what pertains to the Man of Steel 6-issue miniseries that's going to be released in a few months, which Bendis is going to use to shake up the world of Superman. And I would use a different phrase, but I don't want to curse on my videos, and that's how I feel right now. And let's increase this here. Oops, back. Let's increase this font here. Okay. And this gives us a brief synopsis of each title. Oops. I mean, of each issue. Oops. That's a... Well, this is better because that's, better on my eyes. The Man of Steel #1. Retailers includes a code for free digital download of this issue. Could that mean it's going to be priced at $3.99? Because all of DC's comics, well, not all of them, but most of them that are priced at $3.99. Oh yeah, it is. I just saw that over there. Toward the right. Okay. Man of Steel number 1. A new era begins for Superman as a threat from his earliest origins reemerges to destroy the last son of Krypton. As Superman struggles to come to grips with what has happened to his wife and son. Whoa, wait a minute! To his wife and son? Lois Lane and Jon Kent? He must also face a new threat that's determined to burn down Metropolis. Okay, let's stop right there. When a person comes to grips with something, that generally means they've realized something new in their life, or they've been hit with a traumatic event. More often than not, the loss of a loved one. I and others have been speculating for quite some time that Bendis is going to kill off Jon Kent and perhaps Lois Lane. However, Peter J. Tomasi assured everyone on Twitter that the Super Sons were going to continue in some form. So this can't mean the end of Jon Kent and Lois Lane, can it? Unless the ideas in the offices of DC Comics have changed and Tomasi can no longer promise a future for the Super Sons. Okay, the Man of Steel number 2, Synopsis. With an arsonist loose in Metropolis, Superman's powers are almost useless in finding the culprit. And back at the Daily Planet, everyone wants to know what's going on with Lois Lane. How can Clark hold the secret of what happened to Lois and Jon much longer? Is this guy trying to give us, the loyal fans, a heart attack? The family of Clark Kent, Lois Lane, and Jon Kent is the best thing that has happened to DC Comics in a very, very, very long time. I swear, if Bendis kills Lois and Jon off, the sales that DC Comics now enjoys will go down. And many people who identify with either Lois or Jon will be hurt deeply. Okay, the synopsis of The Man of Steel number 3. The merciless killer and zealot, calling himself Rogol-Zar, has searched the cosmos for Superman, and when he reaches the Fortress of Solitude, his actions will cut Superman to the core. Okay, now that seems strange because only a handful of people have been able to penetrate the defenses of the Fortress of Solitude. Most recently, it was Tim Drake. But right here, what is concerning me is the fate of Lois Lane and Jon Kent. Okay, let's see about getting this enlarged here. Okay, now here's issues 4 through 6. The Man of Steel number 4, Synopsis. Rogolzar has committed a string of atrocities across the cosmos that have led him to the Fortress of Solitude, and now Superman and Supergirl plan to crush his schemes. But are even 2 Kryptonians enough to stop his sinister machinations? Okay. I think he invented a new word. I'm not sure. I've never seen that word before. So it sounds like, at least by issue 4, it's Bendis's agenda to tell us that Superman is a wimp. He can't do anything. He can't save anybody. He's useless. You know, that's the impression I'm getting. Okay, the Man of Steel number 5, Synopsis. Beaten by Rogolzar. Now, see, he's still putting the Man of Steel as the one who's the victim here, the one who has literally no power. Beaten by Rogolzar, his city burning at the hands of an unknown arsonist. Wait a minute. I thought I just said a moment ago that Zar was the arsonist. Whatever. And the secret of what happened. Beaten by Rogolzar, his city burning at the hands of an unknown arsonist, and the secret of what happened to Lois and Jon, drawing closer to revelation. Even Superman feels powerless against all that stands before him. Okay. Lois and Jon. The secret of what happened to Lois and Jon. Bendis, if you are smart, you are going to retract all of this, because I do not want to read about Jon Kent being killed. I do not want to read about Lois Lane being killed. But here we go with the Man of Steel number 6, Synopsis. The fate of Lois Lane and Jon Kent is revealed. Metropolis survival hangs in the balance, and Superman must somehow put an end to Rogolzar's rampage. It's a do-or-die time for the Man of Steel in the final chapter of this explosive miniseries. Well, to me, it doesn't sound like an explosive miniseries. It sounds like a depressing miniseries. Do I want to be depressed by reading about one of my favorite superheroes? The answer is no, I do not, Mr. Bendis. And if you don't know how to spell the word no, it's N-O. So that means I am severely turned off by this. Am I going to buy your mini-series? No. I will not contribute to this unless I know for a fact that Jon Kent and Lois Lane will not be killed. This is how upset I am. But right now it sounds like you plan to kill Lois Lane and Jon Kent. And that is unacceptable. I literally still feel it in my chest. I'm still having trouble breathing because I am so shocked by all of this that DC would allow two beloved characters to be put through all this. You've already killed off some of your books. Now it sounds like you're going to kill off two beloved characters. They are good examples for people to look up to. And it sounds like you, Mr. Bendis, are going to kill them off? No wonder you're comparing yourself to Lex Luthor, because he always loses. Well, that's all I have for now. And I'm sorry this is not good news. But like I said, unless I know that Lois Lane and Jon Kent will not be killed, I will not buy this miniseries. I'm Michael for Spirit Comics. Please do subscribe to my channel if you aren't already. Also, please smash that bell like She-Hulk so you won't miss any of the notifications when a new video is uploaded. And please like and share this video with others. Till next time, true readers.